when last we left off with Black Mirror 2, we escaped being kidnapped. We found Angelina dead, or at least what we think to be Angelina, and we're basically here at Black Mirror now, pretending to be an investigator to see what the hell is going on. And hell yeah, great minds think alike. Let's see, what else is here? Nothing. Oh, hey.
A basket of knitting gear. Wool, scissors, and that kind of thing. May I borrow a piece of thread, Lady Eleanor?
Some thread?
Yes, please. About 2 yards?
Certainly. Help yourself.
Thanks.
Sweet, we got 2 yards of yarn.
Good. Thread is always useful. I took some of the tear-proof stuff.
You always play stuff I've never seen, so it's nice to appear from time to time in no other games. Oh yeah, and this is a recommendation from Chicky, basically the entire series. It's one I've wanted to play for a little bit since seeing Ross's Game Dungeon, as I've mentioned before. But Chicky basically gave me the push of, here, play it, it's cool, it's great! And I'm like, okay, I wanted to anyway. And like, here we are. But now we have enough yarn to make a hat if we so chose to. Oh, whoa. That's a lot.
Huh. The plant hasn't been here long. Considering the amount of light it gets, it's not gonna last long either.
Oh, that's depressing.
I'd say something like a knight or a nobleman. And judging by his clothing, he must have been around 100 years ago. He seems somehow familiar. Probably an ancestor of the Gordons.
Well, we do know that his specialty is engineering and not art history. But even without that, like... I believe this guy is supposed to be... like, one is, like, supposed to be... fuck, I can't remember his name. I think it was supposed to be, like, Moore something. I want to say Mordred, but I don't think it's correct. But this was, like, the good brother, and this was the evil brother, and this is supposed to be, like, the 1400s these paintings were from. So, a little more than 100 years ago, Darren.
No. I don't want to look in there again.
Fair enough!
Really not.
Let's look at the candles. We're just gonna, like, go in a circle.
Why are there only candles burning here?
Let's see, I would say this portrait is over 10 years old. Darren probably fucking right. Outside, stairs, door. Let's keep looking at shit first. I'm sure the little old ladies don't mind us just wandering around the place.
Jeez. Now that's a friendly-looking face. That's how I imagine a bloodthirsty Russian czar would look like. Wild eyes, evil glare, and expensive clothes. I'm quite sure that he didn't earn the bling on his fingers and round his neck through hard work.
Yup. Sorry, I was looking my spoon clean.
A small fire for such an impressive fireplace. The old ladies here seem to be a lot tougher than back in the States. Over there, it'd be at least 82 degrees in every room. I'll have time to stare into the flames and be all melancholy when this is over.
Yeah, sure. He's a dog lover in the same way any dictator would be a dog lover and having creatures to feed dissenters to.
The chair looks inviting, but it's too early to have a rest.
Globe.
I huge metal globe. A monstrous thing.
Oh, the globe is now a door. I guess we can, like, look closer at it.
There's some letters engraved in the stone plate on the globe's pedestal. There are names. A whole series of them. Wait a minute. The first name is Maximilian Mortimer Gordon. That's the name from Angelina's notes.
Mortimer, that's
Does
right.
that mean... Huh. I can't hear anything. But the stone slab could be the lid of a secret compartment in the globe's pedestal. And it would be an ideal hiding place for a piece of mosaic.
You know, it could be, you know, never mind the giant-ass hinge on the side.
I'm almost certain there's a secret compartment hidden behind the stone slab. But how can I get to it?
It's a later thing. Let's be Eleanor. Oh, so we can, like, go back to being nosy about the basket if we want. But we've already got everything we need from it, I think.
A large double-winged door. It's no different from the others.
I want to say, wouldn't this be the old library? That might be,
It's
though.
locked.
Inspector, you have no reason to be here. This door is to remain closed.
Certainly, madam. Please forgive me. Why is she making such a big deal about this door?
Let's go into here. Ah, yeah, here's the library. Damn, they upgraded this bitch! Alright, we'll just go from right to left. Going right for the family tree first. There was a Mordred. Right here.
That's the Gordon's family tree. Almost the same as the one in Wales. That's the Gordon's family tree. Almost the same as the one in Wales.
Considering where it ends, I get the feeling we're probably Samuel's bastard son.
That's the Gordon's family. That's the Gordon's
I get the feeling there's something here we need, but we don't have what we need for it yet.
An old-fashioned telephone. But who should I call? An old-fashioned...
Okay, look at the globe then.
At its peak, the British Empire encompassed around a quarter of the entire landmass of the planet, and around a third of its population. The globe is from this period. The ladies probably approve more of this division of the world than the real one.
You know when the family tree would have been great in Black Mirror 1 when we were trying to untangle a million of characters? Fucking right. It would have been fucking great to have them. Instead of, like, trying to piece it apart from dialogue. Although it did explicitly state it with the will, but still.
Stories, adventures, and fairy tales. Dickens, Defoe, Anderson, Jules Verne. These are probably the most modern books in this library.
I was hoping something would be up here, but...
Shakespeare dramas, Shakespeare tragedies, Shakespeare comedies. Ah, poetry. By Shakespeare. The Encyclopedia Britannica in at least 3 editions. Will there ever be a bigger reference book?
Nope. Heck, I think not even Wikipedia really compares to it. Or maybe it's still like the only comparison to it. The only difference is I think you can more easily print out the entirety of Wikipedia than you can the Encyclopedia Britannica.
Bibles and religious texts. Some of them look damn valuable. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a handwritten version hidden somewhere here.
Oh, probably. This is an old money family. And it's been around long enough to have, like, handwritten books, so yeah. I get the feeling we wouldn't be allowed to go to the upstairs. Let's look at the foreground, then we'll work our way back.
That's for hanging up meat. Or playing pirates. Oh, excellent. Transylvania may be somewhere in Romania. But don't worry, we're ready for undead in this castle, too.
Fucking Darren. See, imagine all the asbestos and arsenic. Oh, God, Chicky, you got a point. Like, this is still the 90s. And I don't think they stopped using it until the 40s, I want to say. I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to, like, check that. But this is probably asbestos fucking wallpaper. Or arsenic wallpaper.
A coffee grinder is the last thing I'd have expected in an English castle. But it looks really new and unused. An empty vase. It looks old, like everything here.
Okay, we'll go to the cupboard.
Well, the dishes are well looked after, but you can't hide their age. They're becoming faded. There ain't many dishes for such a big household, but they're probably only used by the ladies. Much too good for the servants.
That's not our babe. Bates? Nah, Bates got some help.
A few teaspoons. They're all well polished and lined up in a neat row.
Yeah,
A few
yoink.
teaspoons. I'm just gonna take a spoon.
And she's too busy doing the cook work. Pants.
Two little metal pots. Judging by the layer of dust, they're no longer used.
At least not frequently used.
No.
Just that stern no. Oh fuck, I'm still sick.
You can't really make out anymore what this picture's supposed to be. Perhaps it's not such a good idea to hang pictures directly above the stove.
It's fine. I'm sure the simmer who set that up, has a contingency plan.
A kitchen range that could really only be found in furniture catalogs of the last century. A pair of old rubber boots. They're as clean as when they were made, though. Perhaps they belong to Lewis.
Yeah, yoink. Yeah, we're living up to old Pappy Samuel, yoinking people's boots.
hello.
Oh, hello. A living soul, here?
My name is Falk, Inspector Falk. I'm a policeman.
A copper? How exciting. I'm Sally.
Alright, Sally, we gotta talk a little bit here. Forgive me, that was bad for an accent. Remember when Samuel brought acid and blood to a crime scene? You know what? I'm wondering if we'll end up being that bad. We'll see.
Do you know this woman?
Never seen her before. Looks a bit like a snob.
I don't suppose there are pictures of all the cooks who have worked here by any chance.
No idea. Must be ages ago, though, since there was an actual cook here. Ask Bates, he knows everything.
I'd prefer not to ask either him or Lady Victoria.
Then I don't know either.
Fair enough.
What can you tell me about Lewis?
A disgusting man. Ugh. I was hoping when I started he wouldn't be a snob like all the others are here. But he's just as boring and in a permanent bad mood. I never get more than 3 words out of him.
Sheesh.
Is Lady Victoria a good boss?
I don't know. Bates hardly lets me talk to her. When I first came here, I made her ladyship a few suggestions on how she might want to redecorate the castle a bit. Just get rid of a bit of the mustiness, you know? Since then, I always have to ask Bates if I want something from her ladyship.
Yeah, you don't just tell a little old lady how to redecorate her home. You just don't do that. Like, it's to her tastes. Crunch. We may disagree with it. I mean, the maid might. I personally think it looks really fucking cool because I'm a sucker for this aesthetic. But, you just don't tell old ladies how to decorate their home.
What's wrong with Lady Eleanor?
What could be wrong with her? Snore. Sits around all day either knitting or reading.
Anything else?
She plays piano for Lady Victoria every now and again. In this house, that counts as having a wild party. You know, it's about time I got myself another position.
You want to leave?
Yeah, sooner rather than later. Maybe to a movie or a pop star's house. Somewhere where things are a bit lively at least.
So she wants to remain a maid, but in a place that'll have more drama. I understand the desire for tea.
You and Bates look after everything here?
Well, looking after. Bates does most of that. He lets me do all the dirty work. Cleaning, cooking, and all that sort of thing.
Isn't that your job?
That's what he says all the time. But being honest, I'd expected something quite different, you know? I mean, a castle with such knobs living in it. You'd expect the odd soiree every now and again.
Or a cute prince?
Well, Charles is off the market now. But anyone under 80 would do this place a world of good. Sometimes it really does seem like a grave here.
Right. This was after his and Princess Diana's wedding. Let's see. She wants to live in Desperate Housewives. She really does. We should make like a Sally maid. We should make like a Sims world that's just Desperate Housewives, but then we can put Sally in just to give her what she wants.
Do you know what's behind the locked door in the hall?
I've asked myself that question too. But you can't get a thing out of Bates about it. Once, he caught me listening at the door. He gave me such a telling off, like nothing I'd ever known before. He was so mad, he nearly collapsed. He was coughing blood and I had to hold him up.
Oh God.
I've been giving the door a wide berth since then.
Gotta find out what's behind that door. The rooms there would be an ideal hiding place for one of the mosaic tiles.
Hello, Rusty. And he crawls underneath the bed. Poor Bates, he ain't doing so hot. Alright. What time we ask about Samuel's ghost?
Can you tell me anything about Samuel's ghost? Apparently it's been seen by a few tourists.
Oh yeah, I've seen it too. Out one of the windows. It scared the living daylights out of me. A gruesome face. I hope I'll never see it again.
Huh. That's true. At which window?
I don't remember exactly. I think it was in the Forbidden Wing.
Forbidden Wing.
Yeah, you know, what's behind the locked door in the hall.
Okay. I won't keep you from your work any longer.
Ah, don't worry about it.
So, we're having another instance of odd architecture, where in the original game, the upper floor led to that wing. Now, I understand where the devs are probably coming from, because, like, it would make sense if you could go under it, because you'd have more entrances to the wing than besides on one floor. But that still seems odd. Let's be nosy about this. We probably won't be able to go down to the cellar, but...
The door is bolted. Might lead to a storeroom or a cellar.
Alright, that's all we needed to do. There's an area upstairs, but I get the feeling we're not going to be allowed to go up there because that leads to the personal rooms. So we'll explore outside, and if there's nothing else for us to do, then we'll try to go upstairs. Okay. And that well still hasn't been boarded up. Are you fucking kidding me? It's been over 10 years. Morris, what the fuck?
An ancient well. I can't imagine that it's still in use. Even this place must have a normal water supply by now. Who have we got here? Huh. This thieving magpie in a raven suit has something I need. There used to be some sort of device hanging on this frame, which brought the water to the surface.
Yeah, it's called a bucket, Darren. You don't need to try to make yourself sound smarter.
There's nothing about the well that interests me. And hopefully nothing in the well either.
Call Morris up and tell him you'll have his job. It's the Samuel way.
The floor here is rain-sodden and very muddy. The floor here.
Oh. We're making muddy boots, apparently. I don't know why we're doing this, but we're doing it.
And now the boots look like boots should. Dirty. An old wooden ladder. It seems to have been used a lot. The rungs are really worn and smooth.
Okay, we're just taking a whole ass ladder in our pocket.
The best of British technology. At least it used to be.
Okay. And that leads to where Morris used to live. I'm guessing since Lewis came here, he got kicked out.
An old wooden staircase. Probably leads to the stableman's room. I don't want to go up there. Doesn't look very sturdy. I don't want to go up there.
We'll need to do something with those eventually. Oh.
Why should I tie a thread with nothing on it to the fence? I've knotted the spoon to the thread. You're not gonna free that in a hurry. Let's try it. Look at this! A shiny spoon!
Oh. I see. Ha ha han han. Your treasure is now mine, magpie!
He doesn't like that at all. I gotta be careful. Ravens have got hard beaks that are as sharp as knives. They can really make a mess of you.
That's fine. He's too busy trying to get the spoon. Oh, it's starting to rain. That's lovely.
Excellent. Angelina's mosaic piece. A piece of mosaic for a spoon. A good deal for me.
Well, I guess we'll just stand out in the rain and talk to Lewis and look at his car.
Ralph was talking about a shiny black car. Is this the one he saw? But who drove from the castle to the crime scene this morning? And what were they doing there?
We'll find out. Oh, toolbox.
Lewis toolbox. Various wrenches, a cloth, a hammer, pliers, all the things you need.
Yeah, yoink.
Huh. I think I'll take the big hammer. I could also use it as a weapon if I need to, which might be the case in this place.
Sweet.
I don't need any more. If I do, then I know where I can find it.
Ha 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 ha.
I don't even know about American cars of the last 10 years. My knowledge of English cars from the first half of the century is absolutely zilch.
Fair enough. Let's beg? What? Bug Lewis. Use it as a weapon.
Lewis.
Steers at Lewis.
You again? I thought you'd been thrown out.
Lady Victoria gave me permission to have a look around the castle and the gardens.
How nice of her. What do you want?
We'll wait on that.
Bates seems to be very tired.
He's terminally ill. The doctors say it's a miracle he's still alive.
Oh.
But let me tell you, Bates will kick the bucket on the very same day that Lady Victoria dies. Like a dog that follows its master. I think he just finds it unfitting to die before his mistress.
He says he's worked for the Gordons for more than 70 years and that he knows all their secrets.
I'd believe that at the drop of a hat. No one knows the castle and garden better than him. But when it gets to his own bonds, he's getting forgetful. The loyal soul. That's why they've given him Sally, I think.
Oh.
I met Sally.
Huh. The only one in the castle who's not at least 100 and starting to decay.
Is she a good housekeeper?
She's lousy.
She often seems to be in trouble with Bates because of that.
He's the one that chose her, and turned away much better candidates.
Oh.
Why did he do that?
Yeah, if you're worried about being replaced.
Then you chose the worst possible replacement to stay indispensable yourself.
That's how it is.
What can you tell me about Lady Eleanor?
If you want to know something about Lady Eleanor, then you better ask Lady Eleanor. She's her own favorite subject.
You mean she's egotistical?
She threw everything away and fled here in a mad rush after Sir Richard died. Who does such a thing?
The castle and the garden in Wales reminded her of her dead husband.
And she should have thought of the family history. You don't just give up an house where generations have lived and worked.
How did her husband die?
He blew himself up, did all kinds of strange experiments. In the last years, he became obsessed with uncovering the secret of what drove Sir William and his sons insane. He hardly left his lab anymore, and collapsed in exhaustion more than once. Her ladyship was very worried.
Wait, what the fuck was that about the money they're popping in for a second? And also, Lewis reading everyone to filth, fucking right? And I mean, when we first played Black Mirror 1, it was stated that Bates had been working there since he was a youth. So if he did start working there when he was a teenager, assuming that's what they meant by youth, then yeah, dude's like fucking pushing well over 80.
What can you tell me about the castle?
Nothing. A big, ugly building.
With an overgrown garden.
What have I got to do with that?
Aren't you the gardener?
My garden's a few hundred miles west of here.
In Wales.
That's right.
So you just do the bare minimum here, if at all.
The garden's too big for one man alone, and what's the point in looking after it? This whole place is doomed. The house is falling apart. The lady won't live for much longer, and Bates is as good as dead.
You're hoping that Lady Eleanor will return to Wales when Lady Victoria dies.
Perhaps.
Let's see what he says about this, because I get the feeling if we talk about the car, he's not gonna want to talk anymore.
Lewis, do you believe in ghosts? Some tourists claim they've seen some here.
Oh, yeah, the reputed ghost. They besieged us for weeks on end after Murray planted that rumor. A whole pack of them completely trashed the garden.
Oh god. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry, Lewis. Shit. Just made your job a hell of a lot harder, didn't it?
That's a nice car.
Certainly is. The only decent surprise here. I discovered it behind the stables, built it back up from scratch. My father used to work on a car like this, and he taught me quite a bit.
Do you sometimes take it out for a spin? To the coast, for example?
I drive the ladies. They used to still have bloody horses in the stable, but looking after them was too much effort for the old folks. Now, this is the only pair of wheels. But the ladies don't leave the house much at all. Bates usually walks to the village. He says it's good for his health, but every time it takes a bit longer.
You weren't at the coast with the car this morning?
No.
Well, see you later.
Not if I see you first.
I feel even better that we've picked up that fucking hammer.
That's probably the Gordon's family coat of arms. I don't know anything about heraldry. There are complicated rules about creating and reading coats of arms. It probably means something like, we are a very old family, but unfortunately also quite insane. Please keep your distance.
What was that, Lewis? A threat? Hark! Go, hammer! Yeet. Just knock him out cold.
The gate must have been replaced a short time ago. The wood still looks new. But I don't think there's anything suspicious about that. Apparently, these things are to blame for the English still driving on the left. If you were to guide your horse with your right hand, you'd run the risk of being squashed between the wagons. Judging by its condition, the car was probably in use up until a few years ago, but it's been standing there for some time now.
Hmm.
There's nothing about the well that interests me, and hopefully nothing in the well either.
Yeah, I tell that to the still highlighting cursor, dude. Garden. Tower.
This view would be great from up there. The tower seems to have windows on every side. Perhaps it used to be a defense tower and was later converted. Maybe it just looked like that from the beginning.
Maybe.
The guy who built this castle had weird taste.
Hmm.
Looks as if the ivy has killed the tree and is now attacking the house. Quite convenient for a burglar. But as long as I'm allowed to roam freely, I'm not gonna start climbing around on the facade.
Fair enough. Let's see, what's the window got for us?
The castle looks really lived in from here. There's light coming from many of the windows.
Okay, so... I guess we only get to look at the garden, we can't go back there.
That way leads deeper into the garden. It's all overgrown and fallen apart. I'd be better off staying away. I don't think I'm gonna find anything in this wilderness. I'd be better off concentrating on the castle.
Are you sure? He is sure. So we have been everywhere else. We must try the stairs. And I must blow my nose. Ugh. Fucking head cold. Let's see. Bathroom.
I can't make out from here whether they're real gas lamps or electric lamps made to look old. Anywhere else, I'd be absolutely certain that there wouldn't be real gas lamps hanging from the ceiling. Not here.
Oh, that's... You know what? I'll take it, because I want to recreate this for Sims. It's very pretty looking.
I have no idea what that's supposed to be. It looks a bit like a sentinel. So much for the nakedness in England. 4 naked girls at once here. And the chap they're all entertaining, well, he seems to be enjoying it.
What's behind
so
the
much for the
painting?
nakedness. So much for the naked.
Yeah, okay. But we need to do something with that eventually. There's something about the well. The boots being muddy still keep... the mud, rather, kept procking outside. The painting here is still doing the do, so we'll see. Woo!
An antique vase or carafe. I'll leave that where it is.
Pardon.
Old-fashioned telephone. But who should I call? It's locked. There's probably nothing special inside anyway.
Bates' room. So he's probably in there.
An old-fashioned...
So we have like 2 places we could call if we so chose to. Oh, holy fuck. Well, let's be nosy.
I wonder what was going on with that mirror down there in the hall. I really thought I saw Samuel Gordon. I'll probably collapse of exhaustion when this is all over.
You know what? I was gonna say you don't even know what he looks like, but he did see, like, the mannequins in Murray's Madame Tussauds knockoff. So, I don't know. I think he's just seeing himself in the mirror!
I look tired. A pile of towels. Small ones, big ones, nothing but towels. A pile of
Okay. So we'll need that later.
What an effort it must take to keep this old tiled floor so clean. I can imagine Bates checking twice a day to see if any dirt accumulates in the nooks and crannies in the meantime. The floor is more than clean. No grounds for complaint. The floor is more than... It would be better if I didn't make a mess of the floor. I have no reason to, and Bates would be really pissed if he caught me.
Fair enough, but that leads me to think that's the right track, but it's something that's to be done later.
Powder, makeup, and so on. Nothing of any use to me.
Hmm.
An old-fashioned bathtub. Doesn't look uncomfortable, but it would be too small for me.
You are tall, lanky man.
I can't see anything unusual, apart from the fact that the plug is missing. That might make it difficult to have a bath. I can't see anything. A tap, like any other you might have found in this country 50 years ago. It's running. That is so comfortable. A bench in a bathroom. Jeez.
Hey, it's handy for old folks.
Curtains in the bathroom. Oh well, to each their own.
Especially curtains of that style, because that's a little extravagant, and it doesn't even cover the window. It's just there for set dressing.
Lots of roofs, alcoves, walls. I wonder how many rooms the castle has. You could easily hide Mom's little house in one of the wings. A chandelier in a bathroom. Madness.
I'm sorry, just had a long pause before he said madness. Let's see. Emblem.
A lion's head. I think the lion was a symbol of immortality in ancient times. What's that got to do with a bathtub?
Who knows? That's it. Let's see if we can bug Bates, because I don't see anything else we can interact with besides the phone. Oh, right. I was fucking with the arrow and the WASD keys to see if I could move around that way. Even though there was nothing in the menu that said we could do that.
The door is locked.
But where's Bates? Did he just, like, go retire or something?
door is locked.
Okay. Taking another screenshot just because that gives me 2 lamps to look at. Variety. Okay, so yeah, we have to like go back out. But yeah, like, I'm surprised we can't go anywhere else. Oh, Lady Victoria's gone. Interesting. What the fuck? Was I just seeing shit or was something on the stairs just now? Now let's talk to... I saw you again, you bitch!
You've only been living here a few years, Lady Eleanor?
That's right. I didn't want to live alone in a big house after my husband died.
So you moved in with your relatives in Willow Creek and brought Lewis with you?
Lewis was our gardener in Wales. He is sometimes a bit difficult, but I didn't have the heart to lay him off. I offered him to come with me and look after the garden here.
Which he doesn't seem to do.
Well, he didn't cope very well with having to leave his garden and his home in Wales.
I mean, that's fair for him to be upset about that. In board mode for the spookies. Fuck yeah. Hayes MC, welcome in. I hope you're doing well.
Lewis is here of his own free will. I don't understand why he doesn't give this new life a go.
You are young, Mr. Falk. You don't know what it's like having to leave your home behind you. Lewis's roots are in Wales. A tree withers without roots.
Why doesn't he go back then?
I've suggested it to him. I promised him a small amount of money to start him off. First, I thought he would do it. But then he stayed after all.
Strange.
He's a complicated man. He's been working for me for over 20 years, but I still don't have the feeling that I actually know him. I think he blames me for his unhappiness. He only ever speaks to me if it can't be avoided, and I can see that hate in his eyes.
Brought him for the garden. I know there's like a joke of him tending her garden, but very clearly that's not happening.
Tell me about your estate in Wales.
It's a lovely castle. Not as big or old as this one. I haven't been back since we left. I'm afraid it's probably in a terrible condition. And the marsh has probably spread even further. It's terrible. I couldn't stomach seeing our home like that. We had many happy years there.
When did your husband die?
A few years ago, Sir Richard, my husband, was a scientist. He did his experiments in a summer house. I used to joke that he would blow himself up one day. I didn't really believe that that's exactly what would happen.
I'm willing to bet that I was imprisoned in Lady Eleanor's castle. It all fits together perfectly, and the phone call would suggest that it wasn't chosen at random. Did she make her old estate available for the Order to use? What kind of research was Sir Richard doing?
He had very diverse interests. After the tragedy 12 years ago, he was mainly concerned with, well, with blood.
With blood?
He was convinced that the Gordons' blood must somehow be different from that of other people. I think he was looking for a scientific explanation for all of the misery that has accompanied the family for hundreds of years.
A curse in a test tube.
Insanity is hereditary, as you may know. Why not misfortune?
Or the misfortune is only the result of the hallucinations. That explains what Angelina was looking for in Wales. She was hoping that Richard had found out something interesting before he died.
And now we risk it for the biscuit. We talk of the locked door. Sure, guys, sure. Yeah, he's still trying to exonerate Angelina, but at this point, I'm still not convinced she's actually dead. I am betting you dollars to donuts that bitch, that beautiful bitch, has probably done a switcheroo with the body and has probably infiltrated the order if she hadn't already been a part of it to begin with, because I'm still not unconvinced of that. Back, sorry, needed help with anything? What did I miss? Welcome back, Chicky. We're talking to Eleanor now. We talked to Lewis about everything. We went upstairs to the bathroom, and, Bates, I think, is locked in his room minding his own business. We made it pretty far, honestly. I even got the whole magpie thing, and we got a mosaic tile.
What's behind the closed door over there?
There was a terrible fire here 24 years ago. Samuel's wife, Catherine, lost her life. That wing has been closed off since then. Too many memories, I think.
Did the fire start on the ground floor?
No, on the first floor. The ground floor was mostly spared, as far as I know. But even the rooms below those destroyed in the fire remain closed. Bates and Victoria make sure that no one goes into them.
I see. Was anyone else injured or killed?
One of the cooks was injured, as far as I know. She wanted to help and was badly burned.
I'm going to have another look around. Goodbye, Lady Eleanor.
His
It's nice
mother!
to see another face in this house.
See.
I don't see what old ladies get out of knitting. Perhaps it just helps them kill time.
Probably. So let's see then. It's 24 years ago on this very night, thunder crack. So we've got muddy boots. Do we just put them back? No. I guess we do, like, use them upstairs. Let's talk to Sally, I guess, again. See if she has anything for us. And then we'll go to the library, see if we can talk to,
Good
Victoria.
day, Sally.
Yes?
Don't track on the carpet, too late.
Lewis said that Bates selected you for the position, not her ladyship.
Yeah, that's right. There were a few candidates. The cleverest ones made for the exit as soon as they reached the gate. But if I was being honest, I thought that out of those I met, there were a few of them who were better suited to the job than I was. I was a bit surprised when he chose me.
He must have been impressed by your hidden qualities.
Yeah, and so now, all he does is moan about everything. He spends the whole day creeping about after me. Sally, do this, do that, don't do that. Like being in school.
Lewis seems to take care of his car rather better than the garden.
That's for sure. Ever since I've been here, he's been doing something to it nearly every day. And when he's not fixing it, he's either polishing or driving around in it.
Has he driven it this morning?
This morning? Yeah, he did. I heard him starting it up. You can't help but hear that.
Dun dun
But
dun.
you didn't see him.
I know exactly what that car sounds like. When he's working on it, he must start it something like 20 times a day.
But you weren't able to see whether or not Lewis or somebody else was driving it.
Lewis is the only one who drives that car.
Okay. Okay. I won't keep you from your work any longer.
Ah, don't worry about it.
I guess I do kind of sound like that, don't I? Also, hey, Chevalier, welcome in. And thank you, Chicky. I'm glad you got the hints up. Oh, teapot. Shit, I didn't notice that before.
Old, original English teapot. My mom used to have a similar one. Huh. I could ring for tea time. That would get the ladies out of the hall and leave me to have a good go at the stone slab by the globe.
Let's not do that for right now. I see the magpie got the spoon.
Hey, Lewis.
Ah, so the money appearing before was a glitch.
What is it now?
Sally says that you were out in the car this morning.
Sally should keep her nose in her gossip magazines where it belongs.
So you didn't go out in the car this morning?
I said that already.
I don't believe it. Which of the old folks could have driven the car without Lewis noticing?
Oh, shit. Happy almost birthday, Chevalier. Another year around the globe. I mean, around the sun. We're running heliocentric, not earthcentric.
Lady Eleanor said she gave you the option of going back home to Wales, and even offered some money to get you set up.
I don't know what that's got to do with you.
I just find it strange. You desperately want to go back, and are even offered some money, too.
And then? Work as a caretaker in a new bloody housing estate? I've offered more than once to look after the castle in Wales, and keep it in working order. But apparently there's not enough money for that.
So, it's not so much about going back to Wales. It's more about going back to your castle and your garden.
That's right.
What you really want is to turn back time. Unfortunately, that's never been possible. Well, see you later.
Oh, I thought the money meant we were gonna
Not
bribe him.
if I see you first.
Stop saying that! I can respect that too, quite honestly. I understand wanting to go back to how things were. Oh!
I've got what I want. I'm not going near that critter again.
Okay. I was about to be concerned, like, why do we gotta, no, we don't got a poop knife, it's just rusty, it's not covered in shit. So let's see where Lady Victoria's wandered off to. She's probably in the library. I would assume.
Lady Victoria's on the phone. Let's see.
I don't know if it's him. Don't we have a photograph?
Young man. It's not befitting, even for a policeman, to eavesdrop behind closed doors.
I didn't mean to. Pardon me. Were they talking about me? But why should Lady Victoria, of all people, cooperate with the Order? She's got more of a reason than anyone else to want to put an end to the curse.
Time to go upstairs and eavesdrop! Flash banger and run. Save. Just to be safe. Just to be safe.
An old-fashioned telephone. Who should I call? An old-fashioned...
Dude, she's on the phone! Listen in! Oh. Oh, hey, what's this? I don't think I checked out this table last time.
A little side table with a tea service on it, but no tea and no teapot. A little side table.
Ah, so we, like, prepare the tea in here for them, I guess.
Your domestic help, this Sally...
Ah, have you already met her?
She doesn't really seem to fit in here.
With us old people, do you mean?
She seems to be the exact opposite of Bates.
That's a sharp observation. She embodies everything which is the opposite of Bates. Undisciplined, untidy, unreliable. She gossips.
Perhaps he wanted to demonstrate to you what you have in him.
I know exactly what I have in him. But I also know he's not well. He can no longer care for the house and us old ladies all on his own. I will look for the next domestic help. And it will be someone rather more industrious. Someone who will rarely take the load off Bates.
Yeah, because at this point, he's lived with them long enough that I would assume they would still consider him, like, family. So I imagine that she wouldn't want to get rid of Bates and just, like, let him live the rest of his time out here. I imagine she would do that for him. At least I hope she would, anyway.
Victoria, would you please tell me what's behind the locked door?
Only an unused wing of the house.
Could I have a quick look in there?
No, unfortunately not. The wing is in danger of collapsing, and that's why it's closed off. For your own sake, keep well away from that wing.
Absolutely. I'll go and take a bit of a look around.
Of course.
Honestly, I think we joked about that when we were playing Black Mirror 1, Chicky. We're like, oh man, it would be so cool to have like a game about Bates and William just getting up to shenanigans. Like, Bates' section could be like stealth because he can like go incognito as a butler, like nobody would assume anything about him. Whereas William, being like the quote-unquote high blood, could just like schmooze his way through other situations. Awesome to have that, right? We should get to writing. Hold on. Blech.
Huh. I could ring...
Don't touch!
Okay.
Please excuse me, but this teapot is very old, and Bates has told me many times that I must look after it carefully. He's just popped down to the village to get some tea. We've run out.
There's no more tea? I didn't even think that would be possible in an English castle.
Bates said that the tea had gone bad. He got rid of it.
Also, she's fucking magic.
Boy, he needed an excuse to go to the village.
But also, she's fucking magical. She's fucking chopping vegetables and shit while not even looking at them.
The door is locked.
So that also means that Bates won't catch us in here.
Oh, what a mess. I can't see anything unusual. A pile of towels.
Okay, well... Do we still not grab a towel? See, what I imagine my cat doing after I mop the bathroom? Yeah, pretty much.
It used to be clean.
Hmm. Okay. I guess, do we talk to Sally about it now? Like, hey, there's a thing up there.
Good day, Sally.
Yes?
I noticed that the bathroom floor up there is extremely dirty.
What? Not again.
It looks like boot prints.
I've told Lewis a million times he shouldn't come through the house in his muddy boots. Damn it. I better clean that up before the old git notices it. Otherwise, he'll have me cleaning it again and again and again.
So...
Sally is distracted. Time to secretly... And then I'll try to work out where I can get some tea at short notice.
I don't do what I think we have to do we? Okay, good.
The floor here is... There's nothing about the web.
So where do I get tea short notice? Cause I don't imagine we go... Ooh. Yeah, we can't leave Black Mirror at all. We can go to the gate, but that's as far as we can get.
An old-fashioned... A little side table. A little side... So, the teapot and service are already in place. Now we just need some tea. It'll be dangerous for me in the village. The Order will definitely be looking for me there. But it'd be a good opportunity to see if Bates is trying to alert the Order. I'm gonna have to go back to the village and get some tea. But before I enter the lion's den, I'm gonna take some precautions. It'd be best if I lure the entire Order in the hotel. Then I can walk around the village square in relative peace. Here's a phone.
Han.
Then, let's do it.
Let's go! Oh, what the fuck? Oh shit.
Oh, I'll be leaving today. I'll be at the hotel in about half an hour. No, I just wanted to let you know so you can write the bill. Nothing to pay? Oh, right. I paid in advance. Never mind. Now you know. See you in half an hour, Murray. See you soon. Okay, so Murray knows. If I'm not completely mistaken, most of the order will be waiting for me at the hotel in half an hour. To the village.
Dun 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 dun! We'll save over that. T-run! If I could spell shit. There we go. Oh.
I thought so. I hardly believed he was shopping at the library.
Ambush the order. Gun them all down. Yeah, if only.
Damn it, Tom's here again. So Bates has got something to do with the order. I've got to get closer, but better around the outside.
Gotta be sneaky beaky like.
But you are generously compensated.
Yeah, yeah. You know exactly how much I need this bloody compensation.
I will not tolerate that tone of voice. You know.
All right, man. I'll go and look for her.
Thank you very much.
Interesting. Locked. Damn. Where else can I get a tea in this dump of a place? I have to get inside. I don't have time to wait until this evening.
The voice acting is, interesting. Yeah, it's a hair odd. But that's half the fun. To the hotel, to the pub. Idea.
Although it's always raining here, seems to have a leak. The museum's locked. Huh. Must have been broken into too often.
It's a puzzle you did before. Puzzle I did before. That doesn't really narrow it down, Chicky.
Locked. Damn. How fitting. Cracking
Ahem.
Tom's door with his own
Thank you,
tool.
Chicky.
The same principle as in the hotel. Okay. Ooh,
almost. Okay, just a tad lower. Fuck you, I can do it myself. Stupid switch. I had a wasp plane on. Oh. Had a wasp plane on my arm the other day. Not gonna lie, they're kind of cute. Oh yeah, they're very cute. Whoa. Good enough. That one needs to go down more, and it needs to go down a lot more. It just needs to be raised up. Okay. Hey, good enough.
Damn, the wire snapped. But I've achieved what I wanted to.
Hmm.
Ah, there's the tea I need.
Haha. We got tea.
Now, quickly back. Now let's see. First place,
Tom.
Tom.
Of course.
Second place, Tom. And so on.
Well,
A card from the Willow Creek area. It's marked where the murders took place 12 years ago.
not
5
as
murder locations are marked. Now, whether these had anything to do with the alleged curse...
not as sad as when the rook knife broke. Yeah.
5 murder locations.
Seriously, do we have to like go manually?
I guess Bates isn't back yet. I can't see anything.
Hmm. Let's check the mailbox.
Empty.
Just curious. Okay. Right. We've got to prep it, don't we?
She's so... tea service and the teapot are here. The tea service...
Okay, so, but we've got the... Okay, there it goes. It's just being a little
Everything's
picky.
ready. Just need some hot water. I'll just let Sally know.
Oh, Sally! We need hot water, stat.
Good day, Sally.
Yes?
Sally, Bates has asked me to tell you that you can announce tea time today. Now all we're missing is the hot water.
Oh, so I'm good enough for that now, am I?
He was rather exhausted after doing the shopping.
No wonder. I don't understand why he simply didn't tell Lewis to go.
Alright!
I do.
Oh. Dun dun dun, we know.
I don't think the ladies would be that happy if I were to use a hammer on the stone slab.
Hmm.
You'd hear that through the castle. Well, the police would be straight on to me, and then things would get really complicated.
Hmm.
The
Can we...
knife would bend before moving the slab an inch.
Hmm.
Apparently behind the door, and until I have the key for the door, I can't prove otherwise.
Hmm. Let's go upstairs. Is this still locked? Probably still is.
The door. An old-fashioned telephone. Sally put her cleaning things down here. An old metal bucket and a mop.
That doesn't look metal. That looks like fucking plastic.
I'll take the mop with me.
Oh. Okay. We're taking the mop head.
I'll lay the mop head directly over the plug hole. I'd better not flood the bathroom without a reason.
Okay, so that's set up for us now. Hold on. I want to see something. Maybe it was just his reflection I saw.
The floor is sparkling clean again. Sally's done a good job, but she didn't really have a choice considering Bates' standards.
Oh, shit. I see you, Samuel. So I guess, what do I do then?
I'm almost certain there's a secret compartment hidden. I'm almost certain there's a...
Oh. Okay. We will go pester the ladies then. Oh, her ladyships. Why can I not open the fucking wooden slab? I mean, stone slab. I cannot speak or think, apparently.
the castle is very beautiful. But, well,
It's slowly falling down, you mean? I'm afraid you're right. And it's not the only thing here that's falling down.
How do you mean that?
The Gordon line. We've lived here in this area for centuries and have shaped it like no one else. Our family is going to die out, Mr. Falk. Soon, there won't be any more Gordons. And the worst thing is, I am no longer even sure that this will be a loss.
You mean because of...
Because of the misery for which some of us are responsible. Yes.
I've just realized that if Angelina's right, then this woman is my grandmother. She doesn't seem to know anything about her grandson. Or maybe she does. Her look was somehow strange. I'll go and take a bit of a look around.
Of course.
So, Bates should be back.
The door. I'd rather...
Okay.
She's so busy at the moment. I'm almost certain there's a... I'm almost certain. The stone figurine is... I can't see anything. I can't see anything. The two stones... I can't see anything that could be of interest.
Dadgummit.
Alright. I don't need to it seems there...
I guess. Motherfucker. Bates. Bathroom mirror. Okay. Oh. Hi, Samuel. Oh. Oh. Oh, fuck. Our hand's cut up now.
Insanity is hereditary.
Huh? Our hand is probably still bloody.
A pile of towels.
Dude.
What's wrong with me? What are these visions? Samuel had a book in his hand, and he was pointing to this tile.
Dun dun dun!
The apparition pointed to these tiles. It won't move at all.
Oh, that's a big fuck-off hammer!
There's
That's
a
not
cavity behind it.
That's not a hammer, it's a fucking sledgehammer!
A handwritten page from a book. It looks like it's from William Gordon's diary, with additions from his grandson, Samuel. As far as I know, they both fell from one of the castle towers. Now, did Samuel rip out the page and hide it first? But then, why? Huh. There are lots of little pyramids or triangles scribbled on the page in a circle. 3 of them have been crossed out.
I know where that is.
Now, I've seen these triangles somewhere before.
Just to make sure. Okay.
Most of the ripped out.
1, 2. 1, 2. Okay.
They seem to be the same pyramids that are in Samuel's diary. Let's see. You can push them in.
Haha. Han, Han, Han.
I'm almost certain there's a secret.
Oh, I see.
Most of the ripped out pages.
Oh. So the question is, do the X's mean those are the ones you push in or the ones you leave alone? I guess we'll find out. Okay. Kind of weird, because usually when you X something out, that means something to ignore.
Yes, finished. But nothing's happening. I knew it. A secret compartment. And inside there is... the second piece of mosaic.
What are you doing there, sir?
Oh, hi.
I was just looking at this space here. Unusual, isn't it?
Indeed it is. There was always a stone slab there before.
Perhaps someone removed it.
I will ask Sally about that.
Meanwhile, the slab is still bare, technically, it's just hinged.
That was close.
Lady Victoria, I've just returned from the village, and I thought you might like to know.
Very good, Bates. Take a break for half an hour. No debate now.
Bye, Bates. So, not known, I cut off the timer because we exceeded a little bit, so we'll have to find out what happens with Bates next time. We'll pester him next time. So we'll do a savey save. Go bug Bates.